Sana naman makita nila yung plight ni Miss Cassie Leong, pakulong nyo na po. Kung kakasuhan, kasuhan na po natin. Pero wag na po sana itong dramang ito. Kawawa po yung bata. Kawawa po. Willing na po siya. Siya po, hindi ko na po advice ito, ha?
Hindi ka natatakot makulong?
Harapin ka ng boss,
Ha?
Mr. Chair.
Ano na?
If ever po there's a case against...
Haharapin mo na lang yung kaso.
Opo.
So in other words, you don't want to be protected by being cooperative to this committee. Kaya ibig sabihin na mas gugustuhin mo pang harapin talaga yung kaso mo sa korte kaysa bigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon na maging parte ng aming pinaglalaban.
Wag na po sana itong dramang ito. Kawawa po yung bata. Kawawa po. Kasi ang abogado po ay nakaka-advise lang sa legal, hindi sa emotional, hindi sa mental, hindi sa moral, hanggang legal lang kami. Yun po, so far sa nakukuha ko kay Miss Cassie Leong, ang kanyang pakiramdam sa ngayon, huwag nyo na po akong ipahiya, hindi ko na kaya. Nung lumalaki po ako, never pong may nagtaas ng boses sa akin. Nakita nyo naman yung temperament ng tao. Hindi naman mayabang, hindi naman hostile, ha?
Hindi po. Wala po akong kinalaman.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. We cannot allow this kind of attitude from Ms. Ong. Masyado kang pa-cute eh.
Hindi po. Pasensya na rin po.
So let it be a reminder to you, Miss Cassie, na patapusin mo munang magtanong ang ating mga membro bago ka sumagot.
Okay po. Pasensya na po.
Mr. Chair,
Please proceed.
I move to cite Cassandra in contempt.
Second.
There is a motion to cite Cassandra Ong in contempt.
Kaya po kay Miss Cassie Leong ay nasa ospital po ngayon. And she is having mental health issues. At sino ba namang hindi magkakaroon ng mental health issues? Kung gano'n ang trato sa'yo, 2 beses na. Na kung tratuhin ka para kung busabos doon, notwithstanding the constitutional injunction that resource persons' rights should be respected, and at ang mismong rules ng House that resource persons should be treated with dignity and respect nga binabaliwala lang.
Kasi,
Mr. Chair,
ano mo lang, sagot mo lang ng tama ito dahil yung tanong na kung saan ka nag-aral ay hindi naman incriminating sa'yo. Bakit refuse to answer? Mapipilitan kami i-contempt ka.
Mr. Chairman, parang
Yes,
yung sa paper ni Cassandra, meron na kagad sagot na pinuturo ni Attorney Topacio eh. Di ba? So I will give you another chance, Attorney Topacio. Mr. Chairman.
Sinong hindi magkakaroon ng mental health problems? 23 years old na babae, orphan, kung tratuhin ka para kung busabos doon, notwithstanding the constitutional injunction that resource persons' rights should be respected. Yung sinabi ng court sa Neri, in the Neri case, na dapat hindi binabastos ang resource person, which is part of the law of the land.
Sa maraming jurisprudence, sinabi, hindi ako nagkakamali, Senate versus Neri. The Senate is not a prosecution office.
Opo.
It is neither a court. O anong ibig sabihin nun? Sa mga tweed, kung ang pinag-uusapan abuses of human rights, extrajudicial killing, and other illegal activities, di ba?
Opo.
May pamahala mo na yun sa piskal, Jen?
Naku,
may mandato yun eh.
Malaking
tayo
issue
kasi,
yun.
limitado tayo
Opo.
in aid of legislation. Until and unless you are able to provide yung mga ginagawa natin ito ay pangtulong para tayo makapagpanukala ng batas, limitado ang ating gawain.
Kaya nga natatawa ko minsan sinasabi nila, we are not after her. We are after yung mga big fish. Gusto ko lang sabihin nakakahiya lang, no. You cannot be after anyone because it's not your job to go after anyone. Your job is to make laws. So, dapat ma-appreciate nila yon para hindi ganito. Sobra na ang violation ng rights ng mga resource persons. Hindi na po tama. Thank you.
Because you mentioned about the legislative
kung may bearing or wala. In your opinion, or probably based on the legal basis, what do you think are the legal implications of invoking the right against self-incrimination to legislative inquiry, and how does it affect po the process of testimony and questioning? Kasi yan po yung ginawa ni Cassandra Ong eh.
Opo, ito yung principle. It's very simple. Binigyan po ng kapangyarihan ng saligang batas ang legislatura to conduct legislative inquiries. To be more accurate, isuriin na natin yung phrase na ginamit ng Constitution. Inquiries in aid of legislation. Okay. Ngayon, binigyan din ng power ang legislatura na magtawag ng resource person. Subpoena, if need be. Ibig sabihin, subpoena is Latin for under penalty, under pain. Pag hindi ka sumunod, you will be under pain of penalty. Ano yung penalty na yun? Contempt. Okay. That is to coerce witnesses to go to either the Senate or the House and state what he or she knows about a certain proposed legislation. Ngunit, kung ayaw magsalita ng witness, hindi mo pwedeng pilitin, hindi mo pwedeng i-bully. You cannot isolate the counsel by physically preventing him from approaching the client. Ipakulong mo, yun ang power mo. It ends there. Makukulong siya, ayaw mo magsalita, kulong ka. If you want to purge yourself of the contempt, magsalita ka. Kung ayaw mo, kulong ka until Congress adjourns or there is a committee report submitted and approved by the committee according to the case of Balag versus Senate. Yun ang extent ng kulong mo. Kung ang legislatura ang magpapakulong sa iyo. Pero definitely, wala sa kapangyarihan mo na sabihin mo na, hindi, magsalita ka. Bago ibubuli mo, lalo na to bata. For the first time, ang dami-daming camera, ang dami-daming kongresista. Bago pipilitin na nakakapagsalita, nakakakuha ng informasyon na maaring self-incriminatory. Okay. May remedy naman dyan, but we do not want to telegraph our punches at this point. Rest assured that kami pong mga abogado ay nagdedepensa ng aming kliyente. Hindi totoo yung sinasabi, pinatatagal lang kasi wala po akong kliyenteng nag-undergo ng legislative investigation na na-convict. That is how useless legislative inquiries in aid of legislation are when it comes to filing criminal cases. It's useful for legislation, yes, but for purposes of ascertaining criminal liability, walang silbi po yan because many rules do not apply when it comes to a court hearing.
The moment si Miss Cassie Ong, it's actually been going on for a while now, ever since she was brought back and brought into custody. She's been having many mental breakdowns, and probably at this moment where she was confined already, as you can remember from the last hearing, she suffered very low blood pressure and blood sugar levels, dangerously low, might I add. In fact, their medical equipment could not even read the levels properly. That's how dangerously low it was. So at that moment, that must have been the physical or psychosomatic manifestation of her mental health problems. Because you have to put it into perspective. You're just this young girl. You're just living your own life, and all of a sudden you're brought back and you're subjected to all these legislative inquiries, which are even accusatory in nature already, right? So who wouldn't have a mental breakdown at that moment? And it's hard to say exactly what exact disorder it might have caused or what exact damage it might have caused. Kasi syempre, you would still need a professional psychiatric or psychological evaluation for that. But what we can say for certain is that the entire experience has certainly been traumatic, diba? So, because of this trauma, she's been experiencing several breakdowns lately. In fact, when I visited her last night and gave her the latest update on the status of her cases, no, she had another breakdown, and I am informed that this morning, she received some more documents in relation to the proceedings, which, for confidentiality, I will not disclose what documents exactly. But I was informed she once again had another breakdown. So, at the very least, we can say that it was extremely and is extremely traumatic for Ms. Cassandra Leong, and this trauma is quite obviously manifesting itself physically, as she was already confined because of the condition.